Have you ever wondered who lit the spark of Stout Month?
Yes.
Or why February? The coldest months become the home of the darkest beers.
So who did start Stout Month?
Actually, the place that we will be visiting in our next segment.
That's right. The Front Range team behind Mountain Sun Pub and Brewery, Southern Sun, Under the Sun, Longs Peak, and Vine Street Pub and Brewery actually brought it all about in the early 1990s.
Yeah, and I think the interesting part about that is I feel like when you're in Colorado, it's just like, it's Stout Month. And it feels like one of those, like, I'm a Coloradan because February is Stout Month. And then like anyone else you talk to is like, what the hell are you talking about with Stout Month? And like nobody knows about it. And it's because it's just so ingrained. It's been going on since the 90s. So like it's just really part of the culture that I hope we can bring light to and help like it take off in other areas because it's just such a fun month. And yeah, I mean, why is February? I mean, it's cold. They want to take advantage of the dark months to show off its darker winter beers. In the years since National Stout Month is celebrated across the brewing community, and you want a warming big beer in the cold season. So it makes sense, and it's a great way to help offset the slow season.
Exactly. Beer releases, big beer releases.
Special beer releases,
We're
bottles.
having a whole event, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it brings events which give people stuff to do when it's a little bit colder.
Right.
So it makes sense to be in February. But then you're like, oh yeah, the rest of the world isn't cold in February like we are. And we're not even that cold.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have a foot of snow outside, but.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty big snowstorm.
It was a good snowstorm.
Yeah. All right.
So, easy enough. Super quick, just around where it started and why. It's because it's cold and people like dark beers and they've had a chance to plan out their brewing schedule and get the year kicked off right.
Maybe it's like, the Midwesterner vibe, right? Because growing up where we did, there wasn't a lot to do in the wintertime.
Yeah. Drink whiskey and play cards.
Yeah. So we're just drinking stouts, imperial stouts.
But out in public.
That's right.
Where we're going out because it's
Don't forget a designated driver.
Yes.
Very important.
Especially in the big beers. Especially the big beers.
Especially the big
They'll sneak up on you. And if you did dry.
Especially if you just came off a dry January. Exactly.
They're going to really sneak up on you. So make sure that you're being careful out there. Just Uber there.
Yep.
Worth it.
Uber there, Uber back. All right, that's going to wrap it up for our round of optimistic inquiries. Short and sweet.